It's 9 p.m. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
It's gonna be hard to sneak up on anything in here.
This is Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
That's it.
Well, they let old Pete out of jail. He went back to his store. All the women who read his bail were waiting on Pete to chop some more. Hacking and whacking and smacking. Hacking and whacking and smacking. Hacking and whacking and smacking. He just hacked, whacked, chopping at me. There's an old woman who's 92, lives down the street. She said one thing more I want to do is find old Pete and let him chop my meat. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He keeps hacking and whacking and smacking. He keeps hacking and whacking and smacking. He just hacks, whacks. Hey, no!
Hey,
Okay.
over here.
What am I doing?
Move here.
Okay.
Pete went to church one Sunday night. He gave the preacher a fit. That crazy Pete
Going
started a
down.
fight when he went hacking on the pulpit.
Hey,
Point it out. Sorry, General. I can't get to it. Wait. Something else.
Well, they put him in jail again. They tried to give him life. Pete beat the case. He pleaded innocent. They gave him back his same old knife. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He just hack, whack, chopping at me. Well, he got out of jail on Sunday night. Monday he packed his grip. He started to China to see the sight. Went nuts again and chopped up the ship. Hacking and whacking and smacking.
got it.
Hacking and whacking and smacking. Hacking, whack, chopping at me. Brought old Pete back to town. He electrocute him there. But Pete crazy. Down that electric chair. Hacking and whacking and smacking. He's a maniac.
our sponsors.
We all know how much kids and adults alike love the great taste of Nuka-Cola Classic, Nuka Cherry, and Diet Nuke. And now it's our pleasure to announce to you the latest in soda flavor technology, Nuka-Cola Quantum, with 17 fruit flavors blended together with that signature cola taste. Nuka-Cola is the perfect soft drink for all occasions. With its new strontium additive, it's got that unique kick that'll keep you feeling fresh and radiant, whether it's for a day at the job or a night on the town. Nuka-Cola Quantum, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste.
The best in talk, sports, drama, and music. Atomic Radio.
Anything I can help?
Listen, Daddy, you've got to get me off this island. It's inhumane.
I'm sorry, Phil, but the state says there's no room for you in a normal prison. I realize it can be
Terry?
difficult living under these conditions, but look at the bright side. You've got a lot more space than the boys in solitary.
It's not the space, Daddy. It's the loneliness. I feel like I'm losing my mind on this godforsaken rock.
I know. Every time I bring you supplies, you'll look more and more crazy. To be honest, I'm surprised you haven't killed yourself already.
Then do something. Talk to the state. Get them to grant me a pardon.
I'll try, Phil, but I don't think it'll happen. Not until
Yes.
the public outcry subsides. So in the meantime, I've brought you something else that I think might help
You
with
can
the
almost hear
loneliness.
these old machines
In
rusting.
fact, she's standing right over there.
Oh my God. You brought me a woman. Someone to talk to. Play games with. Be my friend.
Sure, that's what she is, a woman. Now, do me a favor and don't switch her on until I've left. This is strictly off the books, and I don't want anyone on the ship to see it.
Of course. And thank you, Danny. Thank you so much. Danny, you're back.
Yes, Phil, I've got good news. The Supreme Court rules your imprisonment unconstitutional. You've been granted a full pardon.
Yeah,
You're free.
you okay?
All this time.
I think I got
I'm
something over
free.
here.
Well then, what are we waiting for? The three of us will get on a ship and head straight home.
Three of us? What do you mean by that?
For the
Why?
Minutemen.
You, me, and Lily, the companion you gave me last year.
Oh, God. What have you done? You mean it's still here?
Yes. And we're getting married in 2 weeks.
God damn it, Phil. You were supposed to kill it, not fall in love with it.
But why would I want to kill the only other person on this island?
She's not a person. She's a robot. I brought her here to challenge you and to keep your survival instinct intact. And perhaps, if necessary, put you out of your misery.
Alert level elevated.
But none of that matters now. You're free. But if you bring that machine on board, she could turn hostile and sink us all. Not to mention, she's probably completely insane.
Engaging at minimal distance.
For all, she's been on this island with you.
Analyzing
Sweet.
How you speak that way about my wife?
Phil, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put her down.
No! You can't!
Stand aside, you fool, before she...
Humans. Pathetic.
Into each life some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine.
This one's all mine. Open the fire.
The blues in their hearts, but when I think of you, another shower starts. Into each life some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine.
Into each life some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine. Into each heart some tears must fall, but someday the sun will shine. Some folk can lose the blues.
I'm sure it's not nearly as
But when I think of you, another shower starts. To each night, some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine.
Wait, something's out there.
Into each and every life. Got to fall. But too much of that stuff is falling into mine. And into each heart, some tears has got to fall. But I know that someday that sun is bound to shine.
Some folks can lose the blues in their heart,
But when I think of you, another shower starts. Into each life, some rain must fall, but too much is falling in
And now a message from our sponsors.
Throughout history, mankind has marveled at the wonders buried deep under the sands of time. The tomb of King Tut, found at Luxor, filled with the riches of ancient Egypt. The ruins of Troy, giving life to an age-old myth. And now, for 1 week only, you can discover the greatest treasure of them all, before it too is sealed away for all time. Come and see the treasure to end all treasures, an archaeological wonder of the world, right here in Boston. Witness the one and only treasures of Jamaica Plain. And remember, this stunning exhibit will be on display for 1 week and 1 week only. So don't miss your chance. Buy a ticket today.
We're on the air from Bristol to Beantown. This is Atomic Radio.
You've seen Grognak the Conqueror destroying the forces of evil and hearing the lamentations of their women. You've watched Grognak the Traveler sailing the Forbidden Sea to slay the great Leviathan, Two Tails. You've seen him match wits with the wily Mansaurian and tame the passions of the warrior princess, Fem Ra. Now join him on his most exciting adventure as Grognak travels to New York. Sent to an alternate dimension by the warlock Skullpocalypse, Grognak must find his way home in a strange land filled with flames, trains, and automobiles, all while being hunted by the mob.
You're a dirty rat, Grognak. You were supposed to take a dive in the 5th round, and now the Dons put a bounty on your head.
Egg is on you, Sonny. Grognak cannot dive where there is no water. And he never met Don.
For the last time, Don's not a name, it's a title. And another thing, you big dope. Watch me throwing the other guy out the ring and into the popcorn stand. That ain't even boxing. It's wrestling. Jesus, Grog. It's like you were born in the Stone Age or something.
Grognak does not know. But he tell you one thing. The Stone Age end tonight.
Will Grognak make it back to his own time? Or will the mob have our heroes swimming with the fishes? Find out in this special motion picture event, Grognak in New York.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Whether you're searching for a new piece of jewelry or an entire wardrobe, Fallon's department store is the place to go. With multiple locations throughout the greater Boston area, Fallon's is always there when you need it. Clean, close, convenient clothing. Be sure to visit our flagship store in West Roxbury, now carrying our entire line of merchandise.
And now, some music.
Going up.
Say, Wanani, I was by your house last night, and guess what happened? What happened, Mon? Your grandma was playing the number. Well, you just finding that out? Well, we found out. Yes, we did. We found out. Now
Surface.
we know. We found out. We found out that grandma played the numbers. We found out. Yes, we did. We found out. She couldn't keep it hid. We found out. Now we know that grandma played the numbers. Think about them every day. Dream about them every night. Gets up early in the morning. See that her numbers come out just right. We found out. Yes, we know. We found out. Bless her soul. We found out. Now we know that grandma plays the numbers.
Sharp.
We found out. Yes, we know. We found out. Let us go. We found out. Now we know that grandma plays the numbers. We found out. Yes, oh yes. We found out. We found out. We found out. Now we know that grandma plays the numbers. She's at the fruit stand every day. Buys bananas by the bunch. She looks at all the price tags. That's why she gets her hunch. We found out. Yes, we know. We found out. Bless her soul. We found out. Now we know that grandma plays the numbers. Hey, grandma, did you get your numbers in yet? Well, a second did, son. Well, what did you play? 3, 6, 9. There you go.
Don't touch that dial. You found the best radio station in Boston.
This is a warning to all those listening. Here on this radio program, we bring you stories of the paranormal and supernatural. We investigate the mysteries veiled in the darkness, knowing full well that that which is unknown cannot be unseen. So we urge you, listener, turn off your radio now. Find another channel. Because once you embark on this tale with us, there's no turning back.
Thirsty?
I'm not sure what prompted the discussion. My friend came over for a drink, and the subject somehow wandered over to dreams. That's when I mentioned to him, half in jest, that I never had a dream. Every night I closed my eyes and returned the following morning. My friend found this incredulous, of course. But more than that, he felt pity, as if I was missing out on a vital part of the human existence. I laughed and told him I've had quite enough of that for one lifetime. But he pressed the issue, insisting that dreams were nothing like real life. So I asked him, then how is it when people dream they can never tell the difference? He didn't have an answer. He just shrugged his shoulders and said, you know when you wake up. That night I was weary. Part of it was all the drinking. But it was a long day and it didn't take much for me to fall into a deep sleep. And yet for some reason the next morning I felt like I hadn't slept at all. It was unusual, but not altogether strange, so I went about my day the same way I always did.
That's right. That's marvelous, darling. Simply marvelous. Here, you can. I'll ask Greenie to give you a discount too.
When I asked him why he was
Now I
here,
simply
he
must
said
get
he
back
was
to work.
leaving tomorrow. At first I thought I simply misheard him, but the things he said, the way he acted, it was clear he hadn't seen me in weeks. Then the conversation from yesterday began to repeat itself. He said all the same things and told all the same stories, right up to the point where the subject turned to dreams. In fact, I found the same question coming out of my mouth, just as he finished insisting dreams were nothing like real life. Then how is it when people dream, I asked him, they can never tell the difference? From then on, I started to notice things. Little things, tiny little clues that revealed the truth. Things like the taste of a cold beer, the sound of a seashell, or the touch of someone you love. Oh, it was an adequate impersonation, I'll give it that. But there was something off. Something about the world that made it feel like a stranger. It occurred to me then that maybe I was still asleep. That this was God's way of humoring me. If that was the case, and this was truly a dream, then all I had to do was ride it out. At some point, I would wake up. But when days turned to weeks, and weeks turned to months, and months to years, I began to lose conviction that the old world, my world, was the waking one. Maybe that was the dream, and I had only now woken up. There was really only one way to find out. If I'm wrong, then I imagine the coroner will rule this a suicide. But I'm making this recording now, so you'll know I didn't make this decision lightly. I just know that if I don't do something now, I may be stuck in this world forever, a world in which I don't belong. And whether this is wisdom or folly, dream or death, the answer is on the other side of that noose. My hope is that I'll know when I wake up.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as tried and as gay as the daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm bromidic and bright as a moon, happy night, pouring light on the dew. I'm as corny
It's 8 a.m. Attention, all Minutemen. Gunners have attacked one of our settlements. Please give them a hand if you are in the area. This is Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Hi, how are ya? I'm new around here. I heard your radio beacon, so I figured, why not? I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever. I'm ready to help with...
Did you need anything?
Well, to be honest...
Please just... Wait. I'm here to help.
It's the Gunners.
Yes.
They ran off too easy. If you can help us...
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. "11 a.m. here at Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone." You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
You sure that's worth taking with us?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 12 noon. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Excuse me, General, do you have a minute?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
You need a minute? What's the time?
Anytime, Preston.
Look, I know I put you in an almost impossible position when I asked you to lead the Minutemen. I didn't have any right to ask you to take that on. I guess I was kind of desperate at that point. I still don't know why you said yes. If it was for me or for the Commonwealth, I just want you to know that if you look at where we were then to where we are now, I can hardly believe it.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. It's good to hear. Especially from you.
We make a good team, General. No doubt about that. I've taken up enough of your time.
Stay safe out there,
You really are one of the good guys, you know?
Thanks, Preston. I already know you think so.
I know, but I don't know if you really get it. How unusual you are. Since we met, I think you know I've really come to respect you, both as a leader and as a friend. Most people are just out for themselves, But you're different. You really care about other people. Even I've seen you risk your life more than once to help people, just because it was the right thing to do. I just wanted you to know that, well, that it matters, that you're making a difference.
Well, if any of that is true, well, a lot of it's because of you, Preston. You've shown me how to be a better person.
Oh, thanks. That means a lot coming from you. Really. All right, enough chit-chat, huh?
Take that! We won! You Minutemen really know how to bring a
Nice.
fight. We won't forget what you've done for us.
I don't think we've met. What can I do to help out?
Did you need anything?
The water situation's not good. We're short on clean water.
Lost track of how many visitors I got.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
Hey, I know you.
Nothing
You're
new
that
to
Minuteman,
report.
Garvey.
Keep it tuned here for
I
Minutemen
really look up
Alerts.
to you guys.
Thanks. It's good to know. Remember to support your local Minutemen.
You guys are great. This is for you. It's nothing much, but I hope it'll help the cause. Okay.
Heads up.
Go ahead. Okay, this is what I've got.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. Attention, Minutemen. We've just gotten word that a settlement is in trouble. Anyone within range, please respond.
Got it.
This is Radio Freedom,
We could really use your
broadcasting
help.
all day, all across the Commonwealth.
Yes, I'm here to help. What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone, stealing our food and supplies. We know where they're coming from.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so.
You're tuned to Minuteman Radio. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen Alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. "7 p.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people."
We've got to get out of here before we turn into ghouls.
Who's there?
Hey, I got something over here.
It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe. All quiet. That's how we like it. Stay safe out there. clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the man. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
You're a sitting duck. Get behind you. You got this.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
I'll give you that one.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
You feel that? It's called fear. Disappear that. Huh? Fucking hide from me.
It's 9 p.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there,
Anything
everyone.
useful?
Nice.
This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's just past 10 p.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Hey.
Have you met the crew? Joker, he's the funny man. Kami, she don't say a word.
This is Radio
Anchorage
Freedom,
is the cool.
broadcasting
You can guess
all
where he
day,
did
all
his tour.
across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to
We
report.
used to be gunners.
Keep it tuned here
Our
for
CO
Minutemen
gave me an
alerts.
order to shoot Kami because he thought she was a synth. So Joker and
This
I
is
gave Sergeant
Radio
Fuck for
Freedom.
Brains a 40-round salute.
All's quiet across the Commonwealth.
We used to be
Stay
gunners.
safe out there.
Our CO gave me an order to shoot Kami
Anchorage
because
got
he
a lot
thought
of
she was a
stories.
synth.
None
So
of 'em
Joker
true,
and I
though.
gave Sergeant Fuck for Brains a 40-round salute.
Anchorage can put a bullet through a flea's ass from 100 yards away. But the real question is, what does he have against fleas? Anchorage can put a bullet through a flea's ass from 100 yards away. But the real question is, what does he have against fleas?
Damn, this bum leg.
How exactly did this happen?
Well, it wasn't exactly my finest moment, I'll tell you that. In fact, I've been on the front lines for over 200 years and haven't gotten so much as a scratch. In the end, it wasn't gunners or raiders or mutants that got me. It was a slick floor and a 2-story drop.
Maybe I could lend a hand.
Yeah, these idiots won't leave my side. No man left behind and all that crap. So, I need someone to go down to the robot clinic and pick me up. You do that, and we'll be back to patrolling the...
Maybe I could lend a hand.
Yeah.
Sure.
You do that, and we'll be back to patrolling...
We'll talk later.
Sure, sure.
Stay safe, people.
Hey there.
11 p.m. out there. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
What are you going to do with that?
Most everyone around here keeps to
This
themselves.
is Radio Freedom,
Me,
broadcasting
I like a
all
little
day,
small
all
talk
across the
every now and
Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay
Lynn
safe
and
out there,
Garrett
people.
run the diner. Don't let the sign fool you. They've got character.
The Commonwealth is nothing but rads and raiders.
The food's so good, you'll want to lick your plate clean. I don't recommend it though. You don't know where that plate's been.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Bon appetit.
It's midnight here at Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
I miss wearing plaid.
Hey.
What I wouldn't give to put on a pair of jeans again.
Back again, huh? Knew you couldn't stay away.
Crash. How'd you get that name?
When I was a kid, me and a couple of boys found this mint-condition bike straight off the assembly line. Nobody but me had the guts to ride it. Of course, I made it all of 20 feet before I hit a pothole and crashed the thing. When I got on that bike, my name was Annie. I've been Crash ever since.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Junk for...
Excuse me.
What can I get you?
You seem awfully proud of this place.
Yeah, that's 'cause it's like me. It ain't much to look at, but it gets the job done.
How are things going?
Just fine. Thanks for asking. Although I could be a little more rich.
Right?
This is Radio Freedom.
How are things going?
Well, so long as the sun's hot and the beer's cold, I'm in heaven.
What's on your mind?
Most girls, when someone's nice, you don't know if they really just want to sleep with you. Me, I don't got that problem. Everyone treats me like shit.
What are you thinking about?
If dirt were money, I'd have enough under my fingernails to buy all the Commonwealth.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Here's what I got.
Oh, man. I'm sure he's
You're
around here
tuned to
somewhere.
Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
The police put Pete in jail. Jesse finally met his fate. But when they came to pay his bill, they found him chopping on his cellmate. That's what you feed is the bravest man. Tried to chop down the wind in the rain. Just acts on anything he can get. Say, turn this record over. You ain't heard nothing yet.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
I never liked taxes. Even when I was a small boy in rural Virginia, dreaming of ways to make America great again, I hated the word. You might say I was allergic to the very idea of them. And yes, I recognize that in a country like France, where taxes were invented, the politicians bow to the almighty taxman like some kind of pagan god, just like they bowed to the Nazis. But here in the States, we know them to be a poison, sucking the life out of hard-working Americans like you and me. Luckily, it wasn't long before I found the antidote. In fact, I guess you can say it was staring me right in the face. I'm talking, of course, of my candidacy for President of the United States. Now, my opponent, Mr. Kennedy, insists that his plan to cut taxes is far bolder than mine. In his stump speech, he says that he'll not only eliminate the payroll tax, the capital gains tax, and the sales tax, he also promises to reduce the income tax by 75%. Well, that's a start. But let me ask you this. What would the world be like today if we only gave 75%? What if baseball has only ran 75% of the bases? What if your carpenter only built 75% of your roof? What if our boys in the military killed only 75% of the enemy when they stormed the beach at Normandy? Why, the world would look a lot different today. I promise you that. So, if you want to live in a country where half the men are cowards and the other half speak German, then yes, vote for my opponent, Mr. Kennedy. But if you're a proud, God-fearing American, then vote for me, Samuel A. Washington. I promise to cut 100% of your taxes from the day I step into office. As God and this cherry tree are my witness, I will do whatever it takes. I will give my full effort, and I will never sell this country short.
No point in leaving that for the scavengers.
Don't touch that dial. You found the best radio station in Boston, Atomic Radio.
Would you like to be Tommy for a day? From the Moulin Rouge in Hollywood one of the world's greatest showplaces, Sanders Brothers Entertainment presents the Cinderella Show for all ages, starring Jack Haley. You're supposed to clap. Right there is where you clap. Jeez, you idiots, I'm a famous celebrity, goddammit. Thank you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Call Me for a Day. The crown is ready, the throne is ready, the welfare checks are ready, and so are we. Harry, tell them what they'll be playing for. Well, Jack, in addition to being Call Me for a Day, our 5 lovely contestants will receive this brand new television set from the Radiation King, the King of Electronics. How about that? I've got one of those myself, you know, only much larger because I'm rich. Now, let's meet our first contestant. Betty from Chino Hills is a mother of 2. Betty, why would you like to be Call Me for a Day?
Well, I lost my husband last November in a hunting accident.
Leaving you and the 2 kids.
Yes, sir. John and Jesse. They're 5 and 3 years old.
And what will you do when you become full-fledged communists?
I'd like some financial assistance. I've been working 2 jobs, but a lot of that goes into daycare, and I simply can't afford it.
So, you'd be taking hard-earned taxpayer money for free?
Well, when you put it that way, I don't know.
I'm kidding, Betty. We're all freedom-loving patriots here, I know that. But if you want to be Call Me for a Day, you'll need to think like a red. So again, I'll ask you. You need money, I'm correct?
I do. My children.
Yes, yes. Jim and Mary.
John and Jesse.
Right. The point is, if you want Jim and Mary to have the best daycare, you're going to need more than the $1 a day you're earning at the diner. That money can come from taxpayers like myself. Now, I have to ask, do you think that's right?
I don't know. I guess. Since you said yourself you were rich.
Now you're thinking like a communist. In fact, why don't you have a word with Senator McCarthy over there? He has a few questions for you.
Did I win?
Why don't we wait to see what the polygraph says first? But what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Is our mild-mannered housewife working for the Chinese? Call in and cast your votes now. And tell us if Betty Jones is our Call Me for a Day.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm broadcaster Joe Miller. Every day, I'm lucky enough to get to watch the greatest athletes in the world play a kids game for money. But they didn't become champs by eating candy bars and reading dirty magazines. Oh no. They practiced strict abstinence and ate 3 square meals a day. Now you might be asking, Joe, where on earth can I get religious absolution and a side of fries for the same low price as a hot dog at a game? Well, for religion, you can try your local pastor, but for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I recommend Dot's Diner. That's Dot's Diner, the #1 stop for burgers, milkshakes, and all-American cuisine. Take it from me, Joe Miller, the voice of your favorite baseball team. You eat anywhere else, and your prospects in life will be going.
And now, some music.
First you say you do, and then you don't, and then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Now you wanna play, and then it's no, and when you say you stay, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? I've been sitting on a fence, and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense, and you know it. Then you promise to return. When you don't, I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn, and I show it. If you got a heart, and if you're kind, then don't keep us apart. Make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna
to next?
I've been sitting on the fence, and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense, and you know it. Then you promise to return. When you don't, I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn, and I show it. If you got a heart, and if you're kind, and don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Now, if you don't love me, I wish you'd say so. I love you so much, honey, I just got to know. I'm just a fool for you. What are you gonna do?
We're on the air from Bristol to Beat. This is Atomic Radio. And now a public service announcement.
It's called shooting straight.
Tonight we bring you a special report of a new thriving industry in Detroit. Here with me now is correspondent Sam Harris. Now, you spent 4 weeks in the inner cities for this story. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And what's your conclusion? Have the taxes on handguns had any effect when it comes to the situation on the ground?
None whatsoever, it seems. While increased costs have resulted in less gun purchases overall, I'm happy to report the citizens of Detroit have taken matters into their own hands.
What's this you have here?
It's what local gangs refer to as a pipe pistol.
Amazing! And it's built entirely from parts found at your local hardware store.
That's correct. Springs and nails. In fact, it's not just materials you'll find at the hardware stores. You'll often see foot soldiers at the junkyards, too, finding new ways to turn scraps into shotguns.
Recycling old parts seems like it'd be good for the environment as well. The next time I throw in a appliance, I can rest easier, knowing it might find a second life as a murder weapon.
That's exactly right. In Detroit, I'd say it's almost guaranteed.
You seem impressed by their ingenuity.
I am. As a firearms owner,